I'm going to be in Philadelphia on October 9th to make a major announcement. I'm not going to tell you right now exactly what that announcement will be. I can say, though, that if you've been waiting to come to one of my public events, this will be the one to come to.
There you have it. RFK Jr. teasing a major announcement, as some say he could be considering a third-party run. Kaylee McGhee White, deputy editor of Restoring America at the Washington Examiner, joins me now. Kaylee, if this is in fact an announcement of a third-party run, what does it say about the state of the current Democrat Party that one member of the biggest Democrat family in the 20th century could be leaving the party and running for president?
Well, it's a damning indictment of the party's refusal to allow competition in this primary. You know, there's been a lot of debate about whether a third-party bid from RFK would hurt Biden or Trump more if those are the two general election candidates. And the reason why I say it hurts Biden more is simply for that reason, is because Democratic voters are being denied a choice in the primary. The DNC refuses to even hold debates between Biden, RFK, and the other Democratic candidate right now, Marianne Williamson, and they are forcing Biden onto the public, even as record numbers of Americans say that they do not want Biden to seek re-election for a variety of concerns. This is an indictment of the DNC, and they've done this years and years and years, where they choose the candidate, they force it onto voters, and they refuse them a choice in this matter.
But this year, meaning 2024, it could backfire on him, because the math is fascinating. If RFK Jr. does run as an independent, let's not forget about no labels. They're thinking about putting somebody else up there in the independent mold. If those two run together and presumably steal a lot of votes from Joe Biden, is this the death knell for Joe Biden's presidency?
It could very well be. If you look at some of the polls, there's a massive appetite among the electorate for a third-party option. One recent poll found that as many as 47% of Americans would consider casting their votes for a third party if Donald Trump and Joe Biden are the nominees. Now, could that hurt Trump as well? Sure. There are a lot of people on the right who have a lot of respect for what RFK has been saying and his sensibilities. But again, Biden is the weaker candidate here. He's losing support among his own party base as Donald Trump shores up his support among the GOP electorate. Joe Biden is going to be the loser in this situation.
A recent ABC News poll showing independent voters favor Trump over Biden by 13 points. So I agree with your assessment that Trump can't necessarily become too complacent, because he does have more independent votes to lose if you go with this poll. But is it realistic to think that somebody who would consider voting for Donald Trump on the independent side is then going to go for somebody like RFK Jr.? Yes, he is rebelling against the DNC, but, you know, RFK Jr. is not Ronald Reagan here when it comes to liberal versus conservative.
Right. And I think the people who are attracted to RFK's agenda are also going to be attracted to Donald Trump's agenda, at least if they're on the right. And if you had to make a choice between Trump or RFK, my guess is that the vast majority of Republican primary voters are going to choose Trump, who has proven himself to be a solid conservative president in the White House for 4 years. They're not really going to take a chance on a Kennedy Democrat. So that's the dynamic that's at play here.
Finally, Jamal Bowman's excuses going up in smoke as new pictures show the moment he pulled the fire alarm. Let's take a look at the New York Post cover, shall we? Does this look like a fire alarm? Does that look like a door handle? I think the irony here is rich. What's worse here, though, Kaylee? The crime or the embarrassing attempt at covering it up?
Absolutely the embarrassing attempt to argue that a grown man, a literate adult with full possession of his capabilities, cannot read the words fire alarm, and that he does not know what that means. This is ridiculous, and it's embarrassing that there are Democrats and people in the leftist media who are trying to carry water for this excuse. Jamal Bowman was a principal of a school for more than 12 years, and it's interesting. I went and looked up how many times that the students at his school had to participate in fire drills. Well, they had about 12 fire drills a year, Todd. So if you're really saying that he does not know how this works, that's ridiculous. And the thing is you're right, though. This is actually a crime. In D.C., according to statute, this is a criminal misdemeanor, not to mention the potential felony charges that could be associated with disrupting an official congressional proceeding, a charge which, by the way, more than 300 Americans have been charged with as a result of the January 6th Capitol riot. So if Republicans really want to hold his feet to the fire here, they could. bud.
It looks like Nicole Malliotakis is planning on doing just that when it comes to potentially expelling him. We will see. Kaylee McGhee White, thank you very much. Enjoy your Monday.
Thank you, guys.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.